Hey everybody, it's me, it's Aggie, and I thought I would record this. Shelly and I are going to go live and do this. This is pre-recorded. I just wanted to create the sample for the thumbnail, and I thought it would be a fun thing to have this one pre-painted and maybe do this one with some embellishing during the live while Shelly paints her version. So the tracer set is really nice. It's got I think this would fit on if you want to do a card, I believe these the cards are usually A4, 4.5 by 6 inch. This image would fit nicely on that. And then there's also these two 5 by 7 images. I used this one and put it back in there, taped it back in. So I have it nicely organized. I also did it in an 8 by 10. And, oh, maybe this was the 4 by 6 size, 4.5 by 6 size. But so anyway, lots of different size options. This is a 5 by 7, really nice cradled wooden panel that I bought on Amazon. And I am going to use watercolors, but you could use acrylics if you'd like. So I spritzed down my watercolors with my water spritzer bottle. This is my favorite one. And I've got just a few brushes with me today. Rounds would work great for this. I've got a size 2, a 6, and an 8. The 8 is a Neptune. I don't know if I'm even going to use it, to tell you the truth. So I'm going to make green foliage, peppermint sticks there, and I don't know. I thought about doing the skates in red. Yeah, maybe I'll do them in red with a gold bow is what I was thinking. And so I've got some iridescent gold paint for the bow. So yeah, let's start with actually what I want to do. I want to put all the lines in black first. So that's going to be a little bit different from what we usually do. Let me see if I can find a nice black fine line permanent pen. So you want to make sure it's permanent ink when you do this sort of thing. Like this one is by, actually I'm not sure if this one is, fine line marker. Yeah, archival. When it says archival, that usually means that it's permanent and it won't run with the watercolor. So that one's really too small. I really like when it has like a flexible nib. I think this one has like a flexible nib to it. And so you can kind of get some thick and thin lines. So this is a calligraphy pen. It's by Tombow. It is also permanent, I believe. You know what? I better double check that. Doesn't say it on there, but I think it is. But you know how you can always test it out? Of course, is to just... Oh, I wonder if I put this in paint and kind of ruined it. Yeah, it's not bleeding. Okay, so that's good. Let's see, what else do I have? Also Derwent, these are good. This is a nice fine one too. So I might use this one. Let's see. So I'm just going to start outlining all these little lines in here, and it's a good idea to have the tracer next to it in case you have any questions about any of the lines. If you can't tell, So I know that this is kind of a nice darkish pine tree-ish kind of thing. Oh, it doesn't really want to draw on here too much. Just trying to make it look a little bit like pine needles. Okay. I don't necessarily want to outline. Looks like I forgot a couple of lines. I don't necessarily want to outline all the leaves, but I don't know. I think it'll make it easier for me. Because there are a lot of confusing lines going on here. These are all leaves. Another leaf that's tucked behind and that curls around. Okay. There's another hint of a leaf here that kind of disappears. Oh, this is part of this. Okay, so this is the top of the boot here. This is the bow. And these are the little eyelets for the laces. Oops. Yeah, and some of the lines I might just leave in pencil. Why not? It kind of gives a slightly different shade to it. Kind of messed up that line a little bit, but that's okay. I think that's pretty good. Okay, so now these foliage pieces are going to be a real pale color. Let me get my tracers out of the way here. And I think this is going to go pretty quick. I need a sip of my iced tea. So I think I just want like my sap green, which one, I don't know, I can't remember which one. I think this is my sap green. And I've got some blue and purple over here, or an orange, I mean. And I'm going to just make this a little bit bluer with this blue that I got here. And let's just see what that looks like if I start putting that in here. Make it even softer. Because the other greens are going to be really, really green. You know, darker Christmassy green. I hadn't planned on putting that one there, but somehow I got something on there that I couldn't erase. Oops. Okay. And I mean, it's that simple. Look how quick that is. So then these leaves are not holly leaves. The holly leaves have really noticeable edges to them. You know, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 of them right there. So for that, let's try this other green that I've got. That should be more something like that. Yeah, let's see how that looks. Just filling it in. Solid shapes. You probably could just leave them like that, especially if you're going to embellish with glass and resin. Maybe, even though that's not a holly leaf, I'm going to use this green back here. And maybe also for this one. Okay, so now I need a slightly different green. I'll go back to this one. And maybe I'll add some yellow to it. Hopefully that will make it, yeah, I think that's making it different enough. And I'm gonna, oops, don't want it on the boot. I'm gonna put it on all of these leaves. I didn't see that I should have painted this in. Maybe a little lighter. Okay, and then we're ready to do the boot. I mean, gosh, pretty easy, right? You'll make this a little darker. Come in and do a little bit of toning on some of them. Blend that out a little bit. It looks so much lighter on camera. And I think I will add that the black markings to this one after all. Okay. All right, so for the red, I'm going to go to a larger brush. It is going to be, I do want lighter laces, so it's going to be a little painstaking going in around all of that. Yeah, that's going to be fun, isn't it? Let me put just a hint of brown in this. Yeah. Here's the brighter red. I think you can tell, yeah. Okay, let's switch to a smaller brush real quick. To get these little areas in here. Okay. I think the back one, I'll go back into using the kind of duller color. Okay, maybe we need it a little brighter. We use a little bit of a darker brown now. Yeah, I'm not much of a skater. My dad was apparently a really good skater. He won some sort of championship at Evanston High School, where he went to high school. Okay, so just looks like I needed, if I want that gold bow to really pop, and I think I do, then good idea to darken this a little bit more up here. Okay, so that I'm going to need to paint white, and we'll have like bright red stripes on the candy cane. Okay. All right, for this shading on the shoe, actually, oh, I could use my chrome silver pen for the skate, but for the bottom of the shoe, I'll probably just use some like a brownish gray, or maybe even like a Payne's gray. Here's some blue. This would probably work. I'm going to add a little brown to it though. Yeah. Oops, sorry, that's off camera. Here's what I got. So, okay, now I'm going to get out. I need to get some white paint. I'm going to grab an acrylic paintbrush, some white paint, and my silver chrome paint pen. I think I've got one right here. You can see the shine from it. You could even put a white highlight on top of it and some black stuff, black lines too. Maybe we'll do that. Okay. Oh, that looks really cool. Looks right. Oh, I should just use a gold paint pen too. I didn't think of that. I guess for that matter, you could do all paint pens. You could probably do the whole thing in paint pens. Is this the one that's empty? Yeah. All right, let me grab another one. I guess I should throw this away, but I always hate throwing them away. It's like a big decision to throw them away, isn't it? I know, I'm weird. Oh, she's kind of stinky. Yes. You can make the bow a little bigger if you want. Oh, I'm sorry, it's blurring out a little bit. Okay. I don't know, I like the silver so much, I kind of feel like putting that on there, but I'm going to use white. So, next, let's use a white paint pen. Why not? So I guess this is truly a mixed media piece because it's watercolor and paint pens, but that's okay, right? Watercolor and acrylic. I guess I'm out of white paint. Oh no, maybe this is starting to work. This is like a white furry um, top to the boots, to the skates. And I'd kind of like to put some markings on the skate. A little highlight. Okay. All right. Oh, put the white on the candy cane. And we do need the little silver. I could have got a smaller silver. Little silver things. Right? Maybe a couple little silver dots up here. I don't know what they are, something. And that's it, really. And I don't know, for me, that's pretty quick. Or maybe a couple of black marks. Let's see. Maybe I'll go back to that nib I had earlier. Here it is. Although I'm not sure how well that's going to work on here. Let me put another layer of the gray. And I think I want just a little bit of shading. Oh, I guess I can't do that on the chrome. Okay, never mind. For that, I'll have to use a marker. And I just used my finger to soften it. It was a little too noticeable. I can always go over it with more of my chrome pen, which maybe I need to. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. I think I like the background being the wood color, but of course you could certainly paint the wood white first if you wanted to. But I think I'm going to leave it like that, and I might, looking at it, kind of looks like it could use just a little more pop on this boot. I keep calling it a boot. On this skate. I kind of like it more saturated like that. Sometimes, after you've got all the colors in is when you can really see what else you might need to do. You can't paint over the metallic paint pen, so it's kind of hard to mess that up, which is kind of nice. Wow, it's like the red faded off of this one, this candy cane. Isn't that weird? Alrighty, I think that's it. Of course, you could paint a lot more detail in it if you painted it larger. So I'm looking forward to seeing you with the live, and I will be embellishing this with glass. Bye.